The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Following low booster turnouts, the government continues to ramp up its vaccination efforts with the rollout of the second booster shot starting Monday. JC Cosico has the report.
Due to waning efficacy, government will begin the rollout of the fourth dose or second booster shot of COVID-19 vaccines on April 25. But this will only cover the immunocompromised aged 18 and above. The health department says they may get jabbed as early as 3 months after their first booster.
Humihina po ang bisa ng ating mga bakuna makalipas ang panahon, kaya naman booster shots are very important.
DOH will use vaccine brands AstraZeneca, Moderna, Pfizer, Sinopharm, and Sinovac for the rollout. Senior citizens and health workers, meanwhile, might still have to wait for their turn, pending the recommendation of the Health Technology Assessment Council.
Mas kumpleto ang ebidensyang hawak ng ating HTAC for the immunocompromised. So minabuti ng kagawaran ng kalusugan, iuna na natin.
To date, 95% of frontliners in the country are already fully vaccinated, but almost 50% have yet to be boosted. DOH attributes this low turnout to complacency amid decreasing infections.
Kalaban talaga ng successful vaccination programs, itong tinatawag na pagbaba ng kaso.
With this, the government has started conducting special vaccination days in areas with low inoculation rates. Starting in Sorsogon, Negros Oriental and Occidental last April 20 until Friday, while Bicol Region and Palawan are set to have theirs on April 25 to 26. DOH reminds the public against complacency as the virus is still very much present.
Let's take advantage of this lull na bumababa yung kaso at magpa-booster na tayo at alam naman natin mapagsamantala ang COVID.
So far, over 67.3 million Filipinos have been fully jabbed against COVID-19, while some 12.7 million have received their booster shots. For News 5, JC Cosico, we are One News.
As they record more COVID-19 cases, Hong Kong and Shanghai are now resorting to traditional Chinese medicines in a bid to halt the surge. More in this Bloomberg Quick Take.
It's all about balance inside the body. If the flow of qi is imbalanced, insufficient, or interrupted, disease will be resulted. TCM works to reprogram and restore normal functions by free up the qi energy. The two most commonly used modalities in traditional Chinese medicines are herbal medicines and acupuncture. There are studies, including randomized controlled trials, confirming the safety and efficacy of some Chinese herbal capsules or granules in treating mild cases of COVID-19 infections. These TCM may be particularly useful in treating mild cases of Omicron infection. Why? Because Omicron infections is basically involving the upper respiratory tract. If we are able to stop the progression of the disease, in particular in old age people, we may prevent them from becoming serious or even death.
In April, we saw that there was something of a backlash in China with some people taking to social media to talk about how traditional Chinese medicines are not authorized by the WHO as treatment for COVID. One of the main criticisms of traditional Chinese medicine as a COVID treatment is that traditional Chinese medicine has typically not undergone the same kind of scrutiny as Western drugs. There haven't been the clinical trials, the widespread trials, big trials that regulators want to see in order to approve a drug. There have been some trials in China, in Pakistan, but they haven't convinced skeptics. It's significant that there is a trial that's taking place in Singapore. The Singapore government had warned people last year that they shouldn't take Lianhua Qingwen, one of the most popular traditional Chinese medicines, because the regulator in Singapore had said that there is no evidence that it works. There is now a trial underway, so we might get some evidence one way or the other soon.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. Okay. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Senatorial candidate Sonny Trillanes slams allegations connecting Vice President Leni Robredo to the New People's Army. Speaking at the Pasay Grand Rally yesterday, Trillanes urged people to correct others when they share fake news on the alleged support of NPA to the Vice President.
Unang-una po, yung tungkol po sa kinakalat na balita na fake news ng mga kalaban natin tungkol daw sa pagsasanib puwersa sa NPA. Totoo ba yan? Hindi. Hindi po totoo yan. No? Kailangan kung may magsasabi po sa inyo niyan, sasabihin nyo, fake news po yan. Nagsabi na ang ating presidente, sinabi niya na hindi siya makikipagsanib puwersa sa mga grupong armado ang pagtulak ng kanilang interes.
Meanwhile, senatorial candidate Alex Lacson hits at Manila Mayor Isko Moreno's withdraw Leni remarks, saying Robredo will never back down from the race.
Ang presidente ko po may prinsipyo, hindi mag-withdraw. Mayor Isko, matigas ka!
Pope Francis condemns the Russian invasion of Ukraine, saying war destroys everyone involved. Let's listen in on the Pope's message.
Le lacrime di Maria sono un segno del pianto di Dio per le vittime della guerra che sta distruggendo non solo l'Ucraina. Siamo coraggiosi e diciamo la verità. Sta distruggendo tutti i popoli coinvolti nella guerra, tutti. Perché la guerra non solo distrugge al popolo sconfitto, no? Distrugge anche al vincitore, distrugge anche a coloro che la guardano con notizie superficiali per vedere chi è il vincitore, chi è lo sconfitto. La guerra distrugge tutti. Attento con questo.
Here's an update on the second round of UAAP Season 84 men's basketball. The Adamson Soaring Falcons continue their winning run after beating the UST Growling Tigers yesterday. Falcons captain Jerome Lastimosa scored a career-high 24 points in the game, which ended at 80-69. Meanwhile, the Ateneo Blue Eagles once again dominated the struggling NU Bulldogs. Ateneo started to a double-digit lead by the first quarter, which remained until the game culminated at 89-75. The UP Fighting Maroons secure their Final Four berth after beating the De La Salle Green Archers in a thriller match 72-69. And the FEU Tamaraws crushed the UE Red Warriors with a 30-point lead at 91-61. FEU is now tied with Adamson at 4th place. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. 412,000 kakampings. The campaign rally of Vice President Leni Robredo in Pasay draws another record-breaking crowd on Saturday. While the Leni Kiko tandem was holding its huge campaign in Pasay, the BBM Sara duo staged their own campaign rally in Manila. About 12,000 supporters attended the Uni-team sortie. And a ballot feeding for overseas absentee voting is temporarily suspended in New York after one of their vote counting machines had a technical problem. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later again at 1:30 in the afternoon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.